The United States is a massive country in many ways. In terms of population, we are the third most populous country in the world after India and China. Approximately 350 million people live in our country. Despite this enormous figure, there is a surprising and painful reality. When we look at settlements, almost half of our land is completely uninhabited. When you look at a map, you can see some of these areas. Why are there so few people living in these states? Is it the harsh climate conditions? Is it their remote location? Is it the lack of economic opportunities? Or are there geographical reasons we are unaware of? In our video, we will learn about the 5 most isolated and least populated states in the geography of the United States. We will also examine the reasons behind the low population, including critical factors such as climate, transportation, job opportunities, economic conditions, and living conditions. Before we begin, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts on this topic. South Dakota, home to Mount Rushmore, one of the symbols of American geography, will be the first state we will explore. The main reason for the sparse population of our state of South Dakota is the climate. Winters are freezing. Due to harsh and cold winds, temperatures can suddenly drop below zero. Harsh winter conditions negatively affect transportation, agriculture, and daily life in the large plains. These adverse conditions make living here difficult. South Dakota has limited access to major metropolitan areas, international airports, and dense highway networks. This situation slows down job opportunities, trade, and population movements. The state's economy is largely based on agriculture, livestock, and energy. These sectors are important. However, high-yield technology, finance, and industrial centers are not very common. As a result, the young population is migrating to larger states for career opportunities. Thus, the population is declining. Regarding South Dakota's living conditions, it is a quiet, safe place full of natural beauty. The quiet lifestyle means that services, entertainment, and social life are limited. This limitation is particularly negative for the young population. Despite all these challenging living conditions, community ties among the people living here are strong. Alaska, the largest state in the United States, ranks second, with its endless mountains, valleys covered in glaciers, giant bears fishing for salmon amidst breathtaking scenery, and the northern lights. Alaska has a population that is almost non-existent. Like South Dakota, Alaska's true story begins with its climate. Alaska is one of the places where the Arctic climate has the most significant impact. Long, dark winters, temperatures dropping to -50 degrees, and months of snowstorms are the biggest factors affecting life. The harsh and unforgiving climate negatively affects everything in Alaska. First and foremost, it affects the low number of people living there. In terms of transportation, Alaska is the most challenging state in the United States. Access to many parts of Alaska is only possible by plane, boat, or frozen roads in winter. There is no highway network covering most of the state. This situation hinders adequate healthcare services, prevents trade, and complicates emergency situations. Such transportation challenges make it difficult for people to live here. Alaska's economy depends on oil, natural gas, and fishing. Although oil and natural gas are highly profitable assets for the economy, they are problematic in terms of sustainability. Furthermore, the very limited job opportunities force the young population to live on the mainland. In terms of living conditions, the cost of living is high because basic necessities are transported by plane. In addition, due to harsh weather conditions, social activities are virtually non-existent, especially during the winter months. These circumstances negatively affect life here for many people. North Dakota is our third least densely populated state. As in other states, the most important factor affecting the population of this state, which is characterized by vast plains, is the climate. Winter conditions are extremely harsh. Freezing, cold temperatures, and snowstorms negatively impact life. The vast plains make it difficult for people to live here during the winter. Like other states, North Dakota is far from dense transportation networks and large metropolitan cities. Transportation distances within the state are very long. The limited transportation network makes it difficult to meet basic needs, especially healthcare. North Dakota's economy is somewhat complex. Agriculture and energy resources are the main sources of economic income. Although economic income in these areas is good, fluctuating oil prices and seasonal agricultural workers create instability. Since high-paying job opportunities are limited, people want to live in other states for economic comfort. The cost of living in North Dakota is better than in other states. Rents are affordable, but social life is virtually non-existent. The long, harsh winters particularly affect social life. North Dakota is the perfect place for people who want a quiet, peaceful life surrounded by nature. The state of Vermont, home of the famous politician Bernie Sanders, ranks second on our list. Vermont is a place of green forests, quiet and small lakes, and historic towns. Vermont, the sixth smallest state in terms of area, has approximately 60% of its population living in rural areas. One of the main reasons for the small population is the long, cold winters. Due to prolonged snowstorms, constantly icy roads, and months of low temperatures, agricultural and energy costs are high. These high costs make it difficult for people to live here. Although distances are short within the state of Vermont, many areas are mountainous and rural. As a result, transportation is not sufficiently developed. Furthermore, the fact that it is very far from metropolitan cities makes it difficult for people to live here. The economy of Vermont varies. Its economy is based on agriculture, tourism, the service sector, and small businesses. There is a high quality of life and peace here. However, there are no high-yield economic opportunities, such as industry and finance. For this reason, people do not particularly prefer to live here from an economic standpoint. Although it is a suitable place for those seeking a calm and peaceful life, taxes and rents in Vermont are slightly higher than in other states. In addition, there is little social life. It is not a suitable place for those who want to spend their time doing fun and different activities, especially during the winter months. Wyoming, a state with endless plains, wind-sculpted hills, snow-capped mountains, and a wild and free nature, is at the bottom of our list. Wyoming's story begins with its climate. Winters are cold, dry, windy, and long. Spring is short. Summers are extremely dry. As a result, the climate hinders agriculture and makes daily life difficult. Like other states, Wyoming is far from major metropolitan areas. It takes a long time to reach destinations within the state. The transportation network is underdeveloped. Access to hospitals, schools, and business centers is limited in most places. Such unfavorable conditions discourage people from living here. The economy of Wyoming is based on coal, oil, natural gas, livestock, and tourism. There is considerable economic diversity. However, sectors such as finance, which offer job variety and high-paying returns, are virtually non-existent. Population growth is low here, especially as job opportunities have decreased further due to falling oil prices. The state of Wyoming is quiet, safe, and surrounded by nature. It is home to national parks such as Yellowstone and Grand Teton. However, it can be boring for those who want a fun and active social life. Its climate and inadequate transportation conditions, as well as its distance from metropolitan cities, limit Wyoming's social life. What do you think should be done to increase the population in these 5 states? Don't forget to write your opinions. If you're wondering, why does no one live in the Arizona Strip? You can watch the video that appears on the screen.